The radar scope on the USS Princeton paints a target at 80,000 feet. It is November 10, 2004, 100 miles off San Diego, the Nimitz Carrier Strike Group working up for deployment. Senior Chief Kevin Day, a fire control man with 20 years in the fleet, watches the contact drop. Not dive, drop. 80,000 feet to 20,000 in less than a second. The SBY-1B, the Navy's most powerful air search radar, holds the track the whole way down. It hovers at 20,000, then falls to sea level. Day has never seen a return behave like this. He logs it, reports it. The watch officer blames a glitch. Day recalibrates the array. The contacts return, dozens. Over the next 2 weeks, the Princeton tracks what the crew calls anomalous aerial vehicles, AVs, operating in the training range with total impunity. On November 14th, 2F divided by a -18F Super Hornets from VFA 41, the Black Aces, launch on a routine training hop. Commander David Fravor, the squadron's commanding officer, flies lead. Lieutenant Commander Jim Slaight flies wing. A Princeton controller breaks in. "Skipper, we got a real-world vector for you. We've got multiple targets. They've been up for weeks. We need eyes on." Fravor turns south. At the merge point, the ocean is glass calm. 40 feet above the surface, a white object hangs motionless. 40 feet long. No wings, no rotors, no exhaust, no cockpit. It looks like a giant tic-tac. Beneath it, white water boils in a perfect circle 50 meters across. Fravor descends from 20,000 feet in a spiral. The object mirrors him, rising to cross his 12 o'clock at roughly 12,000 feet. When Fravor cuts across the circle, the object snaps toward him. Instant acceleration, no inertia, no G-onset lag, and flies formation on his nose. Fravor, a Top Gun graduate with over 3,000 flight hours, later tells the author of the 2009 Naval Air Warfare Center Weapons Division report, "It was aware of us." He pushes to close. The object darts away, crossing the nose of Slaight's jet, 3 miles distant, in under a second. The controller keys the mic. "Sir, you're not going to believe this. The target is at your CAP point, the pre-brief combat air patrol station, 60 miles away. In less than a minute, the object beat them there." Back aboard the Nimitz, the debrief is short. Lieutenant Commander Alex Dietrich, Slaight's weapons systems officer, writes the mission report. A white, smooth, oblong object. No visible control surfaces, no visible propulsion. Days later, a team arrives by COD flight. No tail numbers, no names, and takes the Princeton's drives and radar tapes, plus those from the E-2C Hawkeye that also painted the targets. The data vanishes into the classified supply chain. Fravor does not speak of it publicly for 13 years. In 2009, under a Defense Intelligence Agency contract managed by the Advanced Aerospace Weapons System Applications Program, ASAP, contractor Robert Bigelow commissions a summary report. The author is Dr. Curtis McNabb, a physicist at the Naval Air Warfare Center Weapons Division at China Lake. Titled Anomalous Aerial Vehicle Observations, it circulates on SIPRNet. Citing the SPY-1B data and pilot testimony, it concludes the AAVs displayed advanced aerodynamic performance exceeding known human technology. It does not say aliens. It says origin unknown. Funding ends in 2012. The report sits on a classified server. In December 2017, the New York Times publishes Glowing Auras and Black Money, revealing the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, ADIP, ASAP's successor, run from the Pentagon by Luis Elizondo. FLIR 1, published alongside, is infrared footage from Lieutenant Commander Chad Underwood's F divided by a -18F, launched after Fravor landed. The FLIR pod locks a white tic-tac shape, cannot get a range solution, and the object rotates. "Look at that thing, dude. Gimbal and Go Fast follow, both East Coast, 2015. The Times reports $22 million spent on ADIP. The Pentagon confirms the program existed and that Elizondo ran it, not that the videos show extraterrestrials. In April 2020, the Department of Defense releases the 3 videos officially, stating the release does not reveal any sensitive capabilities or systems, and that the phenomena remain characterized as unidentified. The Navy updates its guidelines. Report UAP, do not fear stigma, and UAP, unidentified anomalous phenomena, replaces UFO in doctrine. In June 2021, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence releases its preliminary assessment, unidentified aerial phenomena, covering 144 reports from 2004 to 2021. 80 involve multi-sensor correlation, radar, infrared, visual. 18 show unusual flight characteristics. The report states, "We currently lack data to indicate any UAP are part of a foreign collection program or indicative of a major technological advancement by a potential adversary." It does not rule it out. It asks for more funding, sensors, reporting. In May 2022, the House Intelligence Subcommittee holds the first open congressional hearing on UAP since 1966. Scott Bray, Deputy Director of Naval Intelligence, shows FLIR 1 again and testifies, "We have detected no emanations that would suggest it's anything non-terrestrial in origin. Also, there are a number of cases where we have not been able to fully explain the data." He names the 2004 Nimitz encounter explicitly. The Navy has no explanation for the radar drops from 80,000 feet, none for the visual merge. In July 2023, David Grush, former Air Force intelligence officer and National Geospatial Intelligence Agency analyst, testifies under oath to the House Oversight Committee that he was denied access to special access programs involving retrieved non-human craft. He names locations, programs, and officials he says retaliated. The Intelligence Community Inspector General found his complaint credible and urgent in 2022. The Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, ARO, led by Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick until late 2023, then Tim Phillips, counters. ARO has found no credible evidence of extraterrestrial activity, off-world technology, or objects that defy the known laws of physics. Its March 2024 historical review attributes the Nimitz radar tracks to radar clutter and ducting anomalies, the visual sighting to a misidentified balloon or drone, the FLIR video to a distant aircraft with glare rotation. Fravor, Dietrich, Slaight, Day, and Underwood, all on the record, under real names, reject it. It ignores the SPY, 1B track continuity, the close-range merge, the FLIR lock failure on a distant aircraft. The record today, the Princeton's 2004 radar data, and the E-2C Hawkeye tapes remain classified. FLIR 1 is declassified and confirmed authentic by the Department of Defense. The 2009 McNabb report remains on SIPRNet. The 2021 ODNI report lists the Nimitz case as unresolved. The 2024 ARO report offers a conventional explanation the primary witnesses call factually impossible. Fravor retired in 2006. Dietrich in 2016. Day in 2008. They do not agree on the origin. They agree on the data. The object dropped 80,000 feet in seconds, hovered at 40 feet, crossed 60 miles in under a minute. No wings, no exhaust, no rotors. The sensors saw it. The pilots saw it. The Navy wrote it down. The explanation changed 3 times. The data did not.